They call him the Wizard. Chapter 5. The Flat Earth Paradox. The Wizard had met all kinds of people in his life: scientists, dreamers, inventors, and even the occasional extraterrestrial visitor. But nothing quite prepared him for the time traveler who strolled into his life one crisp autumn evening. She didn't come in with grand proclamations or strange gadgets. No, she was subtle. In fact, she could have passed as anyone in the crowd that gathered at the small cafe where the Wizard liked to ponder his next big experiment. It wasn't until she mentioned something about timelines that his attention was fully caught. "Some people call me Aurora," she said with a mysterious smile. The Wizard couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. He had met something with that name before, but that was in the 12th dimension, in a place far removed from the mundane world around them. This Aurora looked very different from the otherworldly being he had encountered, yet the name stirred a strange familiarity in him. She leaned in closer, her voice a low whisper. "I'm a time traveler, or at least that's what they call me. Truth is, time doesn't work the way most people think." The Wizard smiled. "I've heard that before. What's your angle on it?" Aurora chuckled softly, her eyes gleaming with a kind of ancient knowledge that told him this was no ordinary traveler. "Well, you see," she began, "there's this theory that's been tossed around for centuries, the Flat Earth theory." At that, the Wizard couldn't suppress a laugh. "Flat Earth? Seriously? I thought we left that one in the dust ages ago." She smiled, shaking her head. "It's not what you think. Most people dismiss it as a conspiracy theory or a relic of ancient ignorance, but the truth is, it's a metaphor, a way to understand time travel." The Wizard leaned in, intrigued. Aurora continued, her words flowing like the unraveling of a great cosmic mystery. "Imagine this. Every point in time is like a node in a vast, two-dimensional grid. From a higher perspective, looking down, it seems flat, like staring at Google Earth from far above. Each node is a specific moment in time, frozen in place. But here's the twist. When you zoom in, when you land on one of those nodes, everything shifts. The world wraps itself around you. You experience it as a 3D reality, even though from the outside, it looked like a flat, still point on the timeline." The Wizard nodded slowly, picturing it in his mind. "So the Flat Earth theory is really about how we perceive time?" Aurora's eyes sparkled. "Exactly. When you're traveling through time, whether physically or mentally, you're not moving linearly. You're slipping between these nodes, these points in the grid. Every time you land on one, the reality around you reconfigures, like a hologram wrapping itself into whatever dimension you've entered. It feels round. It feels real. But in truth, it's all part of a larger, multi-dimensional matrix." The Wizard was hooked now, his mind racing. "So when you time travel, you're not just going back or forward. You're shifting into different timelines or alternate realities?" "Precisely," Aurora said, smiling. "That's the real secret of time travel. It's not about jumping from one year to another. It's about shifting sideways into a different version of the same moment, where things are almost the same, except for one small difference." She leaned back in her chair, sipping her coffee. "Think of it like the movie Groundhog Day. Each time you loop back to the same moment, something's just a little different. The sequence is almost identical, but maybe you change one small thing and suddenly the outcome shifts. That's how time travel works. You're not just traveling through time, you're traveling through possibilities." The Wizard was silent for a moment, letting her words sink in. "So," he began, "if someone could tap into these alternate timelines, they could make subtle changes, shifts that alter the course of reality without ever really moving through time." Aurora nodded. "Yes, and it's not always done with machines. Sometimes meditation can get you there. Your brainwaves, your consciousness, they can tune into the right frequency, and suddenly you're in another timeline, another version of the world." The Wizard smiled, thinking of his own experiments with brainwave synchronizers and the strange journeys they had taken him on. It seemed that the more he explored, the more the universe unfolded its secrets to him. "That's why," Aurora continued, Some of us time travelers are so careful. We understand that it's not about jumping decades into the future or the past. It's about slipping between realities, adjusting little things that ripple out into big changes. Every decision we make, every slight adjustment, creates a new thread in the web of time. The wizard's mind spun with the possibilities. So if someone wanted to, he ventured, they could theoretically travel back to a moment and change things without creating paradoxes? Aurora nodded. That's right. You don't create paradoxes because you're not changing your own timeline. You're just stepping into a new one where the change has already been made. He sat back, marveling at the sheer elegance of it. That's quite a twist. Aurora laughed softly, a sound that seemed to echo across time itself. That's what they call me for. As the night deepened and the conversation wound down, the wizard couldn't shake the feeling that this encounter was another part of a larger puzzle. Perhaps this Aurora was connected to the being he'd met in the 12th dimension. Perhaps not. But one thing was certain. Time, reality, and the very fabric of the universe were far more complex than anyone had ever imagined. And as the wizard watched Aurora disappear into the crowd, he knew that this was only the beginning of yet another journey, one that would take him further into the mysteries of time, space, and the countless realities woven into the tapestry of existence. To be continued. Global Robotics Corporation, Global Robotics Corp. Come please like, comment, and subscribe.